Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Just Plain Living. I'm John Gray.
And I'm Lauren Foster.
And it's just the two of us this morning.
That's
they
right.
bailed out on us.
So, I'm going to have to actually work today.
Reckon?
No, we'll see.
We had fun last night on Tennessee Traveler, though, didn't we?
We did have a great time. Thanks to all of you who watched Tennessee Traveler.
Yeah, that's our Monday night show for you folks out there who haven't seen that. You need to tune in on Monday night at 7 o'clock. Tennessee Traveler for discount food and
the title is
lodging.
Deceiving. When I tell people about the Tennessee Traveler show, they say, "Well, where do you go?
Wherever the food's good.
So,
Wherever the food's cheap."
Yeah, it's on at 7 o'clock every Monday night, and you can. The certificates are less than half price. We have Londons and Legends and
Smokehouse and Patch Manor, and we have a new Chinese buffet in Deckard.
There's tanning, there's cabin rentals, there's boat rentals, there's all kinds of stuff you can save up to, and more than 50%.
Yeah,
so
most of it's at about a third. So from a third to 50%, or
and it depends on the mood that John's in, because he slashes and slashes prices.
If y'all not acting right, I'll almost give it to you.
Yeah. Speaking of travel. The April issue of the Tennessee Magazine, awesome, beautiful dogwoods. You got to have a look at this. And there's a travel section devoted to travel this month, and it's really awesome article because it kind of helps you remember what it's like to actually relax when you're traveling on vacation, and not stressing out over your budget, how to plan ahead and save money. And it's very, very cool. And the Shutterbug contest. You know what the Shutterbug contest is?
Nope.
It's photo contest for amateur photographers.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and it's really cool. You can win really great prizes, and this feature is about state parks. So if you have, and the deadline is April 20th. So have a look at your Tennessee Magazine for this month and enjoy and travel cheap and enter the photo contest.
Enter the photo contest. That's right.
Awesome.
We don't realize how fortunate we are to live where we do, because there's people travel from all over the country to get to Tennessee.
That's right.
For vacation and to see things. And I guarantee you, a lot of us, there's a lot of people probably who have never been to the Grand Ole Opry, who have never been to the Smoky Mountains. Mont Eagle is another place you can go. There's all kinds of wonderful places here in Tennessee.
I said my first words at the Grand Ole Opry.
Did you?
My first words were, "Gee golly daddy, looky there."
Is that a beer?
My aunt swears that's what my first words
Gee
were.
golly daddy, looky there.
Yeah.
And who are you looking at?
I don't know. I don't know. That was one.
You were one?
Maybe 1.5. I talked early and never stopped.
That's true. That's true. Easter. Did you have a good Easter?
I had a very relaxing Easter, but our family didn't get together like we usually did. And I was talking to some other friends, and family gatherings are getting smaller. Did you find that in your family, or was you had
sort of the
there?
same deal? Well, I mean, it does kind of get smaller a little bit, depending on where you are in your family development.
Right.
If you've got kids that are gone to school, if you've got kids who have recently married and they're working somewhere else, then ultimately they come back. So some years it's kind of small, some years it's everybody shows up. Right. So
you have really
you just never know. Well, yeah, but most all of us are right here, so it makes it easy. And we have a lot of adoptees as well.
Right.
We're real bad. We're real bad or good, whichever way you want to take it, about bringing people into the fold, I
always want to borrow my great nieces and nephews on holidays like this, but their parents won't give them up. I don't get it.
Well. You and Rocky had a good time, though.
Me and Rocky had a good time too, yes. And my little friend Owen was over the weekend, and we went out, but there were no Easter egg hunts.
Really?
No. Oh well. Maybe
Rocky get his present yet? Did you give him his present?
He got part of it. I'm afraid if John brought my dog a ginormous is a word.
That's a word these days, yeah.
A huge ham bone left over from their Easter dinner that was, he wanted it desperately all the way home.
That's one of those old honey ham bones.
Yeah, I'm afraid if I give it to him all at once, he'll go into a pancreatic attack and be in the hospital again.
Ham shock.
Right.
Ham shock. I asked you last night, and you know the answer, but a lot of those folks out there might not know the answer to why The Easter bunny
brings eggs
when bunnies don't lay eggs.
I doubted the appropriateness of this last night, and I'm going to voice my doubts again. But why, John?
Well, Peter Rabbit's been hanging around the hen house. You know, I mean, he's dating a chicken, and he doesn't want anybody to know.
Anybody to know.
That's
so
right.
He's delivering eggs.
Yes, he's delivering eggs.
Oh goodness, I don't know where that tradition started. Should I find out?
I think it probably is based on the fact that the resurrection brings about new birth. And the egg is something about the egg is the international symbol. I mean, it's a shape that has certain things about it. I mean, it's hard to break. You can't break it.
That's true.
You know, if you pressure and all of that type of stuff, and it's just new birth.
Interesting.
The egg is where
you won't mind if I verify that on Google, will you?
Well, no, you can do whatever you want to do. It makes a good story. That's what the preacher said.
Yep.
He had to deal with it some way other than Peter Rabbit was in the hen house.
Yeah, there's all kinds of interesting things on Facebook about Easter, and there's one of them was the cross, and there's a bunny. It says it's not about the bunny, which I guess it's really not about the bunny.
Unless you're 4. But then it's about the bunny.
The cooler one was the little dog that snagged the stuffed animal from the Easter basket, and the caption says, "I saved him. I saw what you did to the chocolate bunny."
Oh me! Hey, something exciting's happened this week that I'm just absolutely tickled to death about.
Tell me.
And that is that Annie Roan, who is a local artist and teacher, has accepted the position of facility coordinator at the Fine Arts Center.
Awesome.
And she will
well
be.
Said,
she will
by
be.
The way.
She
that
will
was
be.
A mouthful.
She will be
Facility
teaching classes there, and we're just tickled to death that Annie has chosen to bring her delightful spirit and her wonderful talent to the Arts Center and share it, Tullahoma Fine Arts Center. But it's a regional center. It's not just the Tullahoma Center, just named that because it's located here, but it is a regional arts center, and you need to check in with us and with her and find out about the classes that she's going to breathe new life into that whole deal. So we're just tickled to death and very, very, very excited about that.
Yeah. That is excellent news.
And she is busy this week so far, and we will get Annie on and have an interview with her and find out a little bit more about Miss Annie Roan. But if anybody out there who knows her, she is delightful, and we are very pleased that she's chosen to be involved with the Arts Center.
Awesome. Welcome, Annie. Did she move here, or was she?
No. Her family is from here, and she's lived here for quite some time, and teaches her own classes, and has two young sons, and just good girl. Good
awesome.
Girl. We're
Great
very
news.
tickled. Very tickled.
And we've got cool things on the show today.
Yes,
Laurel has been friends of my family for 1,000 years, since she was a little tiny girl. Yep. She's going to talk about children's stuff.
Children's stuff, and we have Keith Bailey and his bunch going to be talking about roofing, and we have Joseph and the Multicolored Dream Coat, and it just goes on and on and on, and we have all kinds of neat stuff to do. But right now, we're going to go to a message for you, and we'll be right back with our first guest.
Tommy Anderton and Martha Jane Barton from Traders Bank to share why our Channel 6 viewers should bank with us in 2012. Martha Jane, I've known you to be employed at Traders Bank practically all my life. What is so special about Traders that's allowed you to enjoy 52 years employment?
Tommy, there are several things that make Traders the best. At Traders, it's like family as an employee and for our customers. Each customer receives exceptional personal service. At Traders, we're flexible and timely with our responses. At Traders, we listen and accommodate.
Martha Jane, thank you for that testimonial. Our New Year's resolution is to continue treating customers like family. It's truly why so many people never bank anywhere else.
Traders Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
These are the children who had no chance. They're known as Brazil street kids. They wander the streets dying by the thousands from drugs, AIDS, and bullets. Most of them have been abandoned, left to survive on their own. These children children needed a place to go. I had to do something. So I brought it up at Rotary. People heard about what we were doing and asked how they could help. Together, we raised funds to give them a home and open the school. They're learning a trade. Now hundreds of kids have a family and a future. They're contributing to the community because Rotary believes in making things better for everyone.
Rotary is making a difference right now.
They have hope.
Rotary gives people an opportunity to help.
Hello and welcome back to Just Plain Living. I'm Lauren Foster and I'm here with Laurel Stone. Welcome, Laurel.
Thank you.
We literally, her stepmother actually knew me since before I was born, and we met Laurel as soon as they came along. So you grew up to be a wonderful woman doing great things.
And you too.
Thank you. Laurel is here to talk about the Child Care Resource and Referral Service, right? What is that? It's not children's stuff, right?
Yeah.
It is children's stuff.
It's really related more with child care and early learning and child development. We're a statewide agency that helps out child care providers with their training and anything else that they need assistance with. We also help parents to find quality child care and know what to look for with child care, and then we also reach out with lots of community events and anywhere we're needed to support quality child care for children.
So anyone who is concerned with the upbringing of a child, whether it's a babysitter, a parent, a teacher, or anything, you offer your assistance to them.
Yes, we're here for the community.
Great organization. All right, and you have some events and some things that are coming up. Which is first?
Well, I just wanted to talk about, in a few weeks is the Week of the Young Child. It's April 22nd through the 28th, and it's an annual event sponsored by the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And different communities do different things. Basically here in Tullahoma, I just want to help promote early literacy.
Okay.
The Week of the Young Child started in 1971, and people do different things, as I said, in different communities. I want to, as I said, promote early literacy. So I have some handouts and some videos for parents and anybody who might want them. That will be at the resource table. I'm pointing to where the library is.
Right.
At the resource table in the public library.
Okay, are they there now? Or
Yes, I brought them over there last night,
Okay.
and so I kind of wanted to talk about some of those things, early literacy.
Okay, and let's go ahead and put your phone number up on the screen so that people have
Okay.
time to get that recorded in
Okay.
Child Care Resources. All right, and so will there be any kind of activities during that week, or how can we participate?
We don't really have any activities this year that we've planned. It's been a really crazy busy year, and budget issues too, so we didn't have any really big activities. I just would like to promote the early literacy, and there are freebies including a video that will be available at the library for people.
Okay, building minds, building futures.
Ways to help out the children with their early learning.
Okay, now what
and
do you
babies.
consider early?
Birth. Well, the early years for early childhood education is really birth to 8 years old.
Okay.
But we at Child Care Resource and Referral really focus on preschool years, but we also help out some school age programs too. But it's never too early to start with the children and the babies. With all the talking, reading, playing, singing, all of the things that you can do to the children to help build up their brain for school success and later in life.
And I truly believe that as a child I was an avid reader, and I found that it really helped me out as life developed. So does the video provide, what exactly is on the video?
This video, it was created by the United Way of Chattanooga, and it's called Building Minds, Building Futures. And it talks about all of the development of children's brain and the language development that you can help the children out with, and what all they're capable of, and what you can do with your babies and your children, whether you're a parent or a grandparent or an aunt and uncle, all of the things that you can do with the children to help develop their language skills.
Okay. And is Sesame Street still on the air?
Yes, it is. It's. I think they celebrated 40th anniversary a few years ago.
Which was one of the early attempts to use video to actually teach children. And so does the video have any tools like that, like games that they can play?
No, this video is more for parents what they can do, because the latest brain research has shown, even though Sesame Street is a great show, and I love Sesame Street, the latest research has shown that too much videos for the young children is not the best way for them to learn all of these things.
They need to hold a book in their hand and look at the words on a page. That's
holding,
great.
Touching, talking with the adults in their lives, and even manipulating magnetic letters on the refrigerator. All of the hands-on things that you can do are more important. Nothing against Sesame Street.
Right.
I'm a huge advocate of it. So,
but in addition, that can't be the only thing. Can't just point your kid down in front of Sesame Street.
Exactly. That's the main point.
Now, is that video available at the library?
Yes, I dropped some of these videos off at the library. If we run out, I could probably get some more. Okay. But please go by the library and pick one of those up. I also have a handout on early literacy that I have dropped out there too.
Okay.
Let me find a copy of that just to show you the kinds of things that are on that handout. Just more ideas for parents.
Okay.
It's early literacy practices you can use with your child.
Books, alphabet knowledge, oral language development, print awareness, all really great information. And anyone that, if you're a teacher and you just want to improve your skills, that's something that you can help with, right? Okay. And they can also, there's your website.
Actually, that is not our CCR&R website. That is a website I wanted to talk about that launched just a couple of years ago in Tennessee. ParentsKnowKidsGrow.org. They made these book bags too. Their logo's on that. Okay. It's got all kinds of information for parents, really geared towards parents on all kinds of topics that parents want more information on. And one of those areas is school readiness. And there's a lot of ideas like these early literacy strategies on there, but there's also sections on special needs and challenging behavior, anything that parents have questions about.
So that's a really great website, and you can always call the CCR&R.
Yes.
That's the phone number there, and get more information. Now, how are you funded?
We have a contract with the Department of Human Services. Okay. That is our main area of funding. We have some other grants and that sort of thing.
And is there fundraising?
Periodically, our fiscal agent has some fundraisers. In Shelbyville, the Community Development Center, they have a golf tournament and some other things that they do throughout the year.
Okay.
But my office, we don't do a lot of fundraising.
I guess my real question is, are you in need of donations? Are you in need of volunteers? Are you in need of that kind of...
Well, our office
usually
itself,
people say, yes, please send money.
That's not usually my area of expertise, because I stay so busy with the child care facilities I'm working with and that kind of thing. But the Community Development Center in Shelbyville, their website, actually you could go on and donate with them.
And it's a great organization, and it really, really helps a lot of people. So, if you've got some extra bucks, it would be a good place to donate.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, you be sure to come back on the show and let us know things that are going on. If you have any events, things like that, you're always welcome. And don't forget Week of the Child, which begins on April the 12th.
April 22nd through 28th is Week of the Young Child, and we just want to encourage everyone to use all kinds of early literacy strategies with the children. Talk, sing, rhyme, and play with the children and have fun.
Great. Laurel, thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
And we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, good to see you.
All right, y'all stay with us. We'll be right back with more of Living just after this.
And I'm Mike Thompson, and we own Thompson Ford in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Lori and I bought the dealership back. It's on Highway 55. Same dealership that we had for 10 years. Look forward to serving you for another 10. Thank you to the community. Thank you for allowing us to be here for the last 15 years. Thank you for having us raise our family here.
Thank you for all your support.
It's been a great place. It's a great place to live. Look forward to living here. Put me in the ground here. I'd be proud to do it. God bless America, and God bless Tennessee.
Our office used to look like this. But now with My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young, it's easy. We've made all of our files electronic and stored them in our virtual filing cabinet, which gave us tons of space. And Bob here, a big promotion. Melissa can pull files in minutes and spends hours on Facebook. And Kyle's confidential files stay confidential.
We're not totally paper-free, right?
My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young. It's that easy.
Wherever good can overcome, that is where your contributions to the Salvation Army go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and this is our business spotlight for this month. And this is Statewide Roofing Corporation and Restoration and Keith Bailey and all his buddies, and they're here today to tell you about how to deal with your roofing problems in a proper manner. Everything from the insurance company all the way through cleaning up the yard when the final shingle gets put on. Keith Bailey. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning,
How you
John.
doing? Good
Thank
to see you.
Thank you for having us on.
Introduce your buddies here.
We got Matt Brink. He's been on board for several months. Mike Koch, and we're involved in this together, trying to help the community out. I know there's been a lot of problems. We were on last time, and now we're in full gear with statewide and accomplishing a lot in commercial and residential roofing.
Bunch of roofs.
Yes, sir.
Bunch of roofs, a lot of damage, hail damage, tore everything up. People are still not complete in having their roofs repaired, are they?
That's right, John. Really, there's a lot of signs in the yard where people have not seen their contractor for the last several months. You know, they're not
How
getting
do they
the work
know
done.
they are their contractor?
Well, I don't know. They've never filed a claim before. And, you know, they're sitting there with a sign in their yard, and what we want to do is tell the folks that if they're concerned about their insurance claim, if they have a scope of work, if they have a check or whatever, call us at Statewide, and we'll be able to step them through the process, fully disclose everything that's going to be done, and take care of their problems painlessly.
So there are people out there who had somebody come to their house, look at their property, look at their roof, say, oh yeah, we're going to deal with this for you. It's going to be a little while because there's a lot to be done. Put a sign in the yard, and folks have never seen or heard from them since then.
That's exactly right.
They've possibly gotten a check from their insurance company.
Right.
They've gotten a scope of work from their insurance company, which tells them what the insurance company is going to pay and to have fixed.
Right. You know, we've never experienced anything this devastating since last October. You know, and so the people are not familiar on what steps to take. They really don't know what to do, and they're sort of just they've got a question in their mind on what to do because they're scared they'll do something wrong. And so Matt can tell you a little bit about the insurance process, and you know, he's been in the business a while.
Well, typically what happens is the homeowner files their claim, and the insurance company themselves will send out a field adjuster.
Right.
Now, the insurance company from time to time will let the homeowner know that the professional roofing contractor should be there. It's very important that the homeowners themselves recommend that, because they need to make sure that they have a professional there to represent them, to go on the roof with the inspector, the adjuster, and go shingle by shingle and make sure that everything gets covered from top to bottom. And that's what we can offer the homeowners in Tullahoma.
Well, I know when we had the adjuster down to look at the buildings downtown, our buildings downtown, I called Keith, and Keith came out with
Jim White, our in-house adjuster.
And when the insurance adjuster was there, I had my roofing contractor there.
Right.
Where when the insurance adjuster says, well, we don't need to fix this, your roofing contractor can say, oh yeah, we do.
Right.
That's defective right there.
Absolutely.
So your there's a double-edged deal here. Your insurance, and I'm not trying to say insurance people are trying to take advantage of anybody.
No.
They, on the other hand, they've gone overboard because this has been a big event in this area, but yet nobody's perfect.
Right.
Some people miss things. Some people have a different idea about what the problems are. It's always good to have someone on your side standing there talking to the insurance adjuster and making sure that you get the proper adjustment from them and the proper things fixed. And when it's all said and done, you're back right on, straight up.
You know, John, people don't realize the insurance company really wants you to get your roof fixed because there could be damage, the damage that can occur from the leaky roofs after several months and cause them a more extensive claim, even health issues for that matter. And so it's just the fact that that's a process they've never stepped through.
Right.
And like just Matt said, we take these steps with the customer and make it as painlessly as possible, and they learn from it because we educate them and answer all their questions.
Yeah.
And if I may, just to let the public know, our company, Statewide Roofing and Restoration, we are on a very good basis with the insurance companies here in Tullahoma especially. We work with them every single day.
Sure.
They know who we are, and they're willing to work with us, and we're willing to work with them.
Sure.
Nobody's the bad guy,
No.
Everybody's out there to take care of the homeowner themselves and to make sure that they get the quality and professionalism they deserve. And we understand that without the insurance company, we have no work. But we also understand our obligation to you, the homeowner, to make sure that we're just thorough and that we can meet with them and agree to what needs to be covered. Right. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to just make sure that everything gets done accordingly and as fairly as possible according to the claim itself.
I'm going to ask y'all a really hard question. Ha 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 ha. All the roofs in Tullahoma in a year's period are going to be brand new. And so the normal cycle of fixing roofs is done. What do you do for the next 20 years?
Well, John, that's a good question. I tell you, unfortunately, there's people out there that will have bad roofs that are not even going to file a claim. Most of the claims right now are probably the larger roofs, to be quite honest with you. The people that are really watching the upkeep of their house, but there'll be roofs that start leaking. We haven't had a cold winter, and when we have a cold winter and these micro cracks caused from hail open up, there's going to be major leaks, and there's going to be claims that open up from this years to come. I would say probably 20-25% of the roofs have been done in Tullahoma. I'd be surprised if it was much more than that. And I'll tell you this, unfortunately, and I pray that nobody gets hurt, but we're not through with hailstorms.
It's a brand new deal for this area.
New roofs would be damaged just as easy as an older roof will, especially now. Maybe a little tougher because there's a lot of three-dimensional 30-year roofs that's going on. They're a little tougher roofs to damage.
And not to mention, the hailstorm came through back in October 18th, okay? During that time, you had Halloween, you had Thanksgiving, you had Christmas, horrible weather. So a lot of people where their claim was approved have waited until springtime to go ahead and have their work done.
Yeah.
Which is good for us,
Yeah.
hometown, restoration companies, because everybody else has moved out of town and they've gone traveling to their storms in Kentucky.
To the next storm.
Right,
Yeah.
to the next storm.
For the most part, they've left town. And what's going to happen is we're going to get a lot of phone calls from Tullahoma natives saying, hey, my roof's leaking, but I had so-and-so come out and fix it 4 or 5 months ago, but I can't get in touch with them.
Right.
Can you come out here and take a look? And that's what's going to happen, and we're going to be more than happy and more than willing to come out and help fix them with any problem that they have.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys call us for free inspections, because don't do like I did and wait till you see roof leaks in your home, you know, because it's a little late then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how do people get in touch with you guys?
Well, just call our office. It's 931-233-0434, or you can call my cell phone, 931-247-4458.
You can reach me at my cell phone number, 931-434-0928, or you can call the office here in Tullahoma at 931-563-5070. Mike?
You reach me on my cell phone number. It's 931-588-6330.
We about numbered them out.
And where's your office located?
608 West Lincoln.
608 West Lincoln, down there in the Action Air Plus
We
building.
still got some things going on there.
Still got some things going on there. So Keith Bailey and these young guys over here, entrepreneurs. You know, a lot of people moved into town when the hailstorm came. A lot of them are gone. These guys stayed.
That's right.
They're hometown local guys that will take good care of you. So give them a call if you have a problem, or even if you don't, just call them, visit with them, because they're good guys. Keith,
thank you.
Appreciate it,
Thank
buddy.
you so much,
Guys,
John.
y'all take care.
Had a pleasure.
See
Thank
you
you,
next
John.
time. This is our business spotlight this week. It is statewide roofing and restoration. We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm NASCAR driver Mark Martin. You know what's worse than waiting in traffic? Waiting in the emergency room when you're in pain. So choose the ER that's extra fast, ER Extra. ER Extra is specifically engineered to get you the help you need and back in action with race car speed. ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
ER Extra. Exclusively at Harton Regional Medical Center.
Get Tullahoma's news first, fast, and free with Tullahoma's news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Jimmy and Jenny bring you local weather, sports, community calendar events, birth announcements, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Tullahoma's news, get it first, fast, and free with news leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
A distinguished old man because I'm with a bunch of distinguished young women this morning, and we are so proud to have the winners and runner-up to the local distinguished young women, and this is Nicola Maddie, Katie Bunn, and Caitlin Olive. How did I do? Did I do pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. And Nicola, you were?
I'm the Distinguished Young Woman of Tullahoma.
Okay. And then?
Distinguished Young Woman of Cumberland Valley.
And Caitlin?
I'm the first alternate.
To either or both?
To either, I guess.
Okay, so if something happens to either one of these young ladies, you can replace them. Well, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
And this contest was this past weekend?
About 2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago, okay. And where was it held?
It was at our auditorium in Tullahoma.
At the high school?
At the high school,
At the high school. What do you have to do to be involved in this program? Just decide that you want to do it?
You have to sign up for it, but then you have to realize going into it that there are 5 different parts of it. There's interview, fitness routine, scholastics, talent, and self-expression. And you have to be able to do all 5.
Well.
Yes,
Okay, Nicola, what's the hardest one of those 5 for you? What was the hardest of those 5?
For me, it was actually self-expression because I couldn't walk in heels that well. But Caitlin taught me how to walk in heels, and so it turned out good.
So
Everything was fine.
self-expression then is not verbal, it is...
Well, like, you're supposed to wear a dress that represents your personality.
Okay.
And then you have to do a little dance in your group, which our groups were 4 people. And then you have to answer a question on stage. Everybody has the same question, but you have to answer it differently to represent you.
Oh.
It's poise and grace is what they're judging on, your poise and your eloquence and your grace. So it's public speaking and having the ability to hold yourself.
And a little tap and...
I guess it's technically kind of the pageant part of the entire program. They really try to stress that it's not a pageant. It's a scholarship program for girls who are well-rounded and can show various sides of themselves and have hopes and dreams and things like that.
Okay, all right. Well, Bob Payne was there, and we have some video right now of the presentations.
Our winner of the title of Cumberland Valley's Junior Miss and a $1,000 scholarship, as well as the opportunity to compete for Tennessee's Distinguished Young Woman, is contestant number 5, Caitlin Bunn. Joining Caitlin in that competition, and also with a $1,000 scholarship, we have contestant number 6.
That's the award ceremony, and so the next step for you young ladies.
Me and Katie are going to go to state, which is basically the exact same program, only in Cleveland, and it's with like about 30 girls, and so it's a much bigger competition, but basically we do the exact same thing again, just for a wider audience, and whoever wins that goes on to nationals, and the higher you get, it's just the more scholarship money you get.
So there were you said about 8 young ladies in this contest?
Yes.
And that's smaller than years past? A little bit, maybe?
We actually started out with about 13 girls, but just a bunch of, it's a real time commitment to be in this program, and so a bunch of girls weren't able to just fulfill that commitment. And
right.
Yeah.
And so then you go to state, and of course we've been fortunate in that we have had a state champion. I don't know that you would call it champion, but winner. And we've also had in Katie Brock a national winner from Tullahoma. So those big shoes to fill, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Katie's going to be on what, the 20th of this month on the Today Show.
I know.
So, wow.
I know, no pressure.
No pressure at all, girls. What about, I want to ask you a question because I'm a ex-athlete. What you had to do a physical part of the, what was your physical offering?
It was kind of like a dance routine where you did jumping jacks, push-ups, lunges, just a bunch of different fitness things that you do in a gym or something, but we coordinated it to come to the music of a dance and look more like a dance, but it was still really fit and really tight, and that was basically...
Now, did each one of you have an opportunity to develop a different scheme, or is this something that the whole group did?
You have to do it all the same so that they judge you on the same ability and skills. And so everybody does it in a group together, but in the middle of the dance, you do an individual part. Everyone goes up one by one, and you do the same routine, and that's where they actually score you. They can't technically score you until after you do your individual routine.
Okay. So when you do that, is it still strictly
Yes,
the routine that
everybody
everybody's
does the
doing,
exact
or you
same
get to
thing.
add a little flair to it or anything?
The only time you get to add flair is just you doing it yourself. That's just where your personality comes out and your skill. Yeah. But other than that, it's the same moves.
Same moves.
Just the way you interpret the moves, I guess.
Yeah.
So then talent. What was your talent? Do you have a talent section? Are they all the same as well?
No.
You can do whatever you want.
Talent.
Yeah.
I played the piano, and it was just a song that I've been playing for a couple of years now. It's called 100 Years, 5-5 for Fighting. And I don't know, I just really liked that song, and I got into it. And
banged it out pretty good.
Yeah, and she ended up winning the talent portion.
Good for you.
She won the talent portion.
Yeah, and what'd you do, Katie?
I played the saxophone. I played a song called Harlem Nocturne by Earl Hagen. It's a really cool, smooth jazz type thing. It was really neat.
Caitlin.
I sang the song For Good from the Broadway play Wicked.
Oh.
It's a good song.
Did you nail it?
I guess.
Evidently you did. You wouldn't be sitting here.
I guess it did good enough.
Yeah, there you go. Well, folks, I know your families and friends are very proud of you. We're very proud of you. And we know you will represent us very well. And we thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Congratulations,
Thank
dear.
you.
You as well.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
Caitlin, I didn't know you could sing.
I didn't know either.
Caitlin reads the news for us and has worked for us for several years, and she hides all this stuff from us. She doesn't let us know.
It's my secret weapon. I had to bring it out later.
Secret weapon. She brought it out to be one of these lovely young ladies on stage today. Girls, congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want. So you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices, or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
If you're looking for a great atmosphere, good music, an open design, and a staff that understands what it takes to serve the best food around, you'll find it at the Timberloft Restaurant in Manchester. Locally owned and operated, the Timberloft features smoked meats, prime rib, black Angus steaks, sandwiches, burgers, pastas, incredible appetizers and sides, and decadent desserts made in-house. Searching for a new place to hang out with company clients and friends? With a cozy feel, a quiet bar, awesome drinks, and big city quality food, you found it when you visit the Timberloft, 1165 Woodbury Highway, Manchester. Catering and party planning available. The Timberloft, spectacular.
This facility was built literally on the international date line to bring Charter customers tomorrow's technology first. Like Charter Internet, which was just made faster again. With speeds up to 100 megs, you can download a movie in 2 minutes. The #1 internet service provider in the nation. Click.
Fogelman, good luck with the presentation tomorrow.
Already nailed it.
Get Charter Internet Express for only $19.99 a month.
Welcome back to Living. I'm Lauren Foster, and I always do the fun interviews, and we're going to talk today about Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yes.
And, you know, that's not really that easy to say.
It's a long name.
Awesome. Thanks for being with us today.
Sure.
Debbie?
Yes.
And Peggy. Yes. I got it. So this is at the Community Playhouse. Tell us about it. When, where, what's it about? Who's in it?
Well, it's actually the story of Joseph from the Bible
and Joseph and his coat
and his
many
coat
colors.
of many colors.
Okay,
Right, exactly.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
But, you know, some people might be completely ignorant, so we start from there.
It's a cast of 60 people. Wow. It's huge. It's a fantastic cast. It's a fantastic set. It's in incredible costumes. We've got 30 of the cast are children's choir.
Awesome.
And the show itself has got all kinds of music in it. It's got a calypso number, it's got an Elvis number, it's got a 60s number. It's just tons of fun. It was actually written by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. And Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote Phantom of the Opera, so people will be familiar with him, of course.
Right, now he wrote a lot of things.
Oh yeah. So, but it's a great show. It's just a really fun show.
Now, are you producing the original, or has it been updated? Because I mean, this is not a
it's updated.
Okay.
Yes. It's the Broadway. The production that we are doing is actually the show that was produced on Broadway. I believe it was 1993 when they actually updated it and did it on Broadway. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, what is your part in this? Are you the producer? Or are you the?
I'm the director.
You're the director. Yes. Okay. And what about you?
I am the assistant director.
Awesome.
I wear kind of a lot of hats, but we have had a great time.
Oh, I bet. And how long does it take to put on a production like this? I mean, when did you cast?
Well, let's see. I started working on it before Christmas, and then we held the auditions in January.
Okay.
And we've been rehearsing. We did all the musical. I've got 2 music vocal directors, Chris Gregory and then Michael McGee directed the children's choir. And Chris is fantastic. He is probably one of the better vocal directors I've ever worked with in my life. And he directed the adults. And we started the vocal direction in the month of February. That was all dedicated to vocal direction. Wow. And then started the choreography and the blocking in March. So we're now putting it all together.
And when's opening night?
Debbie?
Oh, it is the 27th. I believe we have the 20th. We start on Friday. These are Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Sunday afternoons, 2 weekends in a row. Mm-hmm. And you need to come see this. You will be overwhelmed by the talent in your community. And we have people from a lot of different areas. See, there are some of your
Vicki Collinsworth.
And we have fabulous talent, guys, and you need to come out and see this.
Chris over there on the left?
That's Chris.
That was Chris Gregory,
right.
There are some of your adult performers right there, and you will recognize people in your community. Overwhelmed, yes.
There's Adam Womack. He's
Rex Brown. Beverly Long, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Our fearless producer right there. Rosie Graham. Yeah, you will recognize her.
Yeah.
Lucy Majors. Major talent, guys, right there.
Now, is this a shot? This is a shot from a rehearsal?
Yes.
Y'all are having fun.
Oh, we have laughed and giggled. There are some of our little children and youth.
Choir.
Yeah.
Now, is this a children's choir that was already formed, or did you put it together?
That was Jerry Anderson. Jerry Anderson is in there. He's, well known to people.
Yeah,
he sings like Peggy Burton.
Pharaoh, and he does the Elvis. He does the Elvis number. Yeah. And that's Adam with the.
There's our Elvis man right there.
The Elvis Pharaoh, Elvis.
Yes. If you're familiar with the story. There are some wonderful costuming there.
Those are the brothers, the 11 brothers. Mm-hmm. Again, the 11 brothers, one without his costume.
There's Adam in the center.
Adam is the choir director
That's an
at
awesome
West.
costume,
At
too.
West. At
Yes.
West Middle School.
We have some there's Lucy Majors on the right there. You can see Lucy.
Oh, you did a great
I have to
job
say that the
collecting
costuming,
publicity.
everybody, is fabulous. If you do nothing more than
here's the
come to hear
women.
the voices and the costuming, they're the women, and they are fabulous
Now,
as
who's
well.
the costume designer? Is that a group effort, or do you?
Beverly and I did a lot of it
Yes, that's
together.
true.
We really conceived of them and worked them up together. So
Awesome!
yeah.
That looks like it's going to be so much fun. Now, while you were, when you said, "Do you remember the story?" I asked myself if I do, and I don't exactly. Joseph was the youngest of 12.
Well, he was not the youngest, but he was the favorite, of 12.
Oh, yes.
Because his mother was Rachel, who was beloved by Jacob. Yes,
the father.
The father. And the brothers sell him into slavery because they envy him. They're jealous of him. And he's got this beautiful coat, and they sell him into slavery, and he ends up as a servant of Potiphar, who is one of Pharaoh's chief army officers, actually.
Should we tell who he's the son of? Fran and John Gray.
Oh, yes.
Jacob is in this,
Jacob.
so we have a little
He plays the
nepotism
role of
going
Potiphar.
here. You need to come
He's
see
very
Jacob in
good
this, because
in
Jacob is
Definitely.
fabulous.
He is.
I just have to say that. He is really
He's
wonderful.
really good. He is.
You need to come and see your local people in this, because you will enjoy it immensely.
And so now, but Joseph comes out on top ahead of all of the
He
others.
does. He actually ends up being thrown into jail because of a scene where Potiphar's wife is trying to seduce him. And Potiphar walks in, and actually she accuses him.
I know you're trying not to give too many things away, but
so he ends up
still fill us
in jail. And then eventually, though, because he is an interpreter of dreams, and Pharaoh has some dreams that he is able to interpret. And so Pharaoh then makes him the second in command, and he ends up bringing his brothers back, and as it says in Scripture, he says to the brothers, "You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good," because it actually saved the nation of Israel.
Wow.
The fact that he was there in the position that he was in during a famine. So.
Wow.
But you know, the story itself, you don't have to know the story from Scripture in
Because
order
you're gonna tell it.
Exactly. And plus, it's done in a musical form with these great songs that are. I mean, it seriously is a really fun show.
I can't really.
It is lots of dancing, lots of. It's really fun.
Now,
It is.
where do we get tickets?
CommunityPlayhouse.org is actually
You can
the
get
best.
them online, and you
Online.
can call also.
Okay,
Yes.
CommunityPlayhouse.org. Is that something we can have on the screen, Philip? And what's the phone number?
The phone number. I do not have a clue what the phone number
on the
is.
poster?
Is it on the poster?
Yes, it is. It is 581-7167.
581-7767. 581-7767. We're glad to help you with all of your orders. I know you're going to get those. CommunityPlayhouse.org. You can get them online. Be glad to help you with all your orders. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring everybody. Come down and see us.
Is there a benefit to buy them in advance other than not risking them being sold out?
Well, and that actually,
we'd love to be sold out.
There is the ticket sales are going very well. So I would recommend that you go ahead and get them online. And it's a great family show. Your kids will absolutely love it. There's dancing in the aisles, and it's just a fun show. It's a fun show.
So very, very exciting.
Yes.
Okay, tell us the dates one more time before we say goodbye.
April the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, and then the following weekend as well, which would be the 27th, 28th, and 29th.
Right.
And it's Friday and Saturday nights at 7:30, and then on Sunday it's a matinee at 2 o'clock.
Matinee at 2. Awesome. Look, good work. I bet y'all are tired and really ready for this for
it'll be
opening
fun.
night to
I can't
get here.
wait.
Yes.
It's an exciting performance. Y'all need to come. Please come join us.
They'll all be there, I promise. Good. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Lauren.
And y'all stay put. We'll be right back with more Living after this.
I went to several colleges, but when I stepped into this gym, it just felt like home.
Just learning the different techniques and the way Mr. Bryan tells us how to study the subject. Art, that's where it's really at for me.
I decided to go to nursing because I've always wanted to help people. You make those connections that you probably never forget. This is my motto, my future.
If you're interested in the freshest China buffet in the area, you've got to visit the China Super Buffet and the Walmart Shopping Center in Deckard. Featuring all the Asian dishes you have come to love, the China Super Lunch Buffet starts at $6.39 and the Dinner Buffet at $9.99. Sushi is available all day, every day, and crab legs every night from 3:30 till close. Seniors get a 10% discount. Kids 3 to 5 eat free Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. Happy hour is 5 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday with $1.29 drafts. Leo and his staff will be waiting for you at the China Super Buffet, Walmart Shopping Center in Deckard.
I'm Marley Matlin for the American Red Cross. In an emergency, infants and children can't always tell you what's wrong. Being able to read critical signs and knowing how to respond can make all the difference. The Red Cross offers infant and child CPR training, where you can learn how to recognize and respond to respiratory and cardiac emergencies. Visit www.redcross.org or call 1-800-HELP-NOW. Together, we can save a life.
Waiting around for things other people get right away just doesn't make much sense. Get high-speed Charter internet and enjoy downloads way faster than DSL.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and it just keeps getting better and better and faster and funner. And we have a young man here who is getting ready to do a benefit for the Manchester Arts Center. And your name again is?
Stephen Simmons.
Stephen Simmons. And Stephen graduated from Coffee County High School?
Yep, way back when.
Nah, it hadn't been that long ago. You're too young.
It's been a few years.
Got a couple gray hairs in there, though, don't you?
I got more than a couple now.
Stephen, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I graduated from Coffee County. I've been in Nashville for maybe about a little over 10 years now. And for the majority of that time, I've been living there, writing, traveling around in the States and in Europe, and putting out records on independent record labels.
Right.
And doing that thing.
Who's your record label?
At the moment, they're based in Germany. It's called Blue Rose Records.
Okay.
And I actually just got back from Germany about a month ago. So.
You know what was interesting to me in the awards this time, and the CMAs and ACMs, I think every award went to an independent artist.
Yeah.
Just about.
Things have changed a lot.
Broken Bow, and I mean Jason Aldean's on Broken Bow, and a lot of those people, the big guys, aren't really out there much anymore.
Right. It's
they
changed.
They kind of outlived their usefulness, I believe.
Yeah. The music business has changed a lot, but
hugely.
But at the end of the day, there's still sometimes a good song still makes it. So
yeah,
gives us hope.
Gives you hope. Well, what kind of band do you have?
Usually when I travel with a 4-piece. If I'm in Nashville, it's a little bigger, probably a 5-piece. But usually bass, drums, and electric guitar player, and sometimes I'll have a pedal steel guitarist with me, and sometimes somebody playing like B3 electric keys. So,
yeah.
And the farther away I get from home, the smaller the band gets, just to keep the overhead
down.
Keep the overhead down.
Put a little money in your pocket.
Yeah. And I do a lot of traveling by myself too. So just with this guitar. So.
Well, great. How about giving us a selection here? Now you write a lot, so most of the stuff you do is original stuff.
Pretty much everything I do is mine, and this is a song that's on my record that came out at the end of last year, and this is called Shine. Shine.
Shine.
Yeah.
Good name.
I was just a stone in the bottom of the river that caught your eye, the way the light shone on me. But it don't really glow, it's just the ripples and the waves of the water, the way the light shone on me. Why should I be surprised that my shine had caught your eye? that you would put me down in time when I no longer shine. I was just a round old geode someone cracked open in some grandma's flower garden. And my jagged ankles glowed in the sunlight among the tubes, just fool's gold for children. Why should I be surprised that my shiny caught your eye? I knew that you would put me down in time when I no longer shine. No, it seems to take a lifetime to achieve perfection in your maker's eyes, but it only takes an instant to lose the attention, the sparkle in a young beholder's eyes when you no longer shine. I was just a singer in a bar with a beat-up guitar, a sack full of songs in my show. And I caught your eye, and I suppose you had a fancy for things under lights that seem to glow. Why should I be surprised that my shiny caught your eye? I knew that you would put me down in time when I no longer shine. Thank you.
So that's pretty good.
Thank you.
How many you got in your sack? You talking about a whole broken down guitar, beat up guitar with a bag full of songs? How many in your bag? 200-300?
Several hundred. Yeah. I mean, I usually before I started touring, like the last 5 or 6 years, I've been doing more like 125 shows a year between here and Europe, and so I usually only finish about 25 songs a year now. Before I started touring that much, I would pump out more like 40, 50. But, you know, the more you travel, the less time you have to work on.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I still write stuff when I'm traveling. It's just that to come home and edit them and try to finish them and get them till they're just right, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, now it's, I hadn't counted it, but I guess it would have to be several hundred at this point.
And very few of them drop on you like a gift from God, you know, to where it's 30 minutes, you wake up in the middle of the night, and 30 minutes later you're back to sleep and it's done.
Yeah.
Those happen.
They're rare. I mean, it happens. It's nice when they drop out all together like that, but sometimes usually they just come in bits and pieces.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and you just, you know, I always have a tape recorder on me. Now we all use our phone, but I always had a little tape recorder.
Sure.
And even before that, you know, I was always calling home and leaving myself messages on the answer machine, you know, even going back a lot farther. But just always, you know, always have paper and always have something to record yourself with, and then when you get time, work on it.
I'm going to ask you that songwriter question. Have you ever turned the tape recorder on or looked at the pad in the morning when you had that perfect idea and that perfect song in your head in the middle of the night and listened, and it trails away to nothing, or your writing turns into scribbling and you go, I don't remember?
Yeah, there's a lot of times when I would, you know, if I would have a night, I would write till late, you know, and I would not, until I got up and made a pot of coffee and started going back through the tape recorder or my notebooks, you know, and then sometimes if it's 3 or 4 in the morning when you wrote it, sometimes you can barely read your handwriting anymore. And I have done the thing where I woke up with something in my head, and if I didn't put it down right then and I fell back asleep, I would completely forget it.
And those ideas are always so wonderful.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just, in your dream, they were that wonderful.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's hard to tell,
there's been, I think all those things are just kind of floating around, and it's just a matter of the more you do it, the more you write, the more you're kind of plugged in, and the more you're listening to that thing, wherever that comes from. But
the muse, your muse.
Yep.
Everybody's got one.
Yep.
Stephen Simmons, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, you're going to be at the Manchester Arts Center, and what night, what day?
It's April 28th. And that's a Saturday. The show starts at 7:30. My band plays first, and then there's another friend of mine who's also from Coffee County. His band is playing after that, and they're called This Modern Station. And so we start at 7:30, and then we'll play 45 minutes, an hour, take a short break, and then his band will play
and
a set.
That's at the MAC.
It's at the MAC, and it's just a fundraiser for the MAC, and they're good people, and we've been trying to put something together there for a while, and so we're excited to bring the band down and play.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you, and good luck.
All right,
thank you very much.
Great
Song.
Thanks.
Appreciate that. Folks, we'll be right back after this message.
All that attention, all you wanted was...
Hello, this is J.D. Oliver from the Smokehouse on Monte Eagle Mountain. Me and my sisters Nancy and Betsy would like to thank you all for your continued support. This year we're celebrating our 50-year anniversary at the Smokehouse. In conjunction with our 50-year celebration, we are bringing Music on the Mountain every Saturday night, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m., featuring the best of Nashville. We have had some wonderful singers, hit songwriters, and Nashville's rising stars have taken the stage. Come out this Saturday night and every Saturday night through the end of the year. Make it a date night or bring the whole family. Help us celebrate 50 years in the community. Music on the Mountain is free every Saturday night at Jim Oliver Smokehouse.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer. I'd like to invite everybody out to the Smokehouse every Saturday night for great music and awesome food.
Thank you very much, y'all.
Some people think that pressing their on-demand button will cost money or make their house explode or something. Of course, neither of these things is true. On-demand is just a way to access thousands of free movies and TV shows. The code to blow up a house is actually channel up, channel down, 2*, 77.
On demand, thousands of free movies and TV shows on your schedule, and nothing bad.
What's happened to the record labels is you know,
I want to introduce a very special guest today, of course, over in the Shelbyville and Bedford County area, none other than the very wonderful Monty Thomas. Of course, everyone knows and loves Monty. I want to welcome you to Just Plain Living, Monty. It's good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank you. I have the pleasure of seeing you actually each month because we actually serve both together on the Shelbyville Bedford County Library Board.
Yes.
And that's what we want to talk about today because, you know, this is a big thing in that area, Shelbyville and Bedford County, you know, and acquiring and grabbing a hold to that brand new facility. It hasn't fully transpired yet, but it's down the turnpike.
it's in the making, we hope, and very soon rather than later.
Yes, absolutely. It's a state-of-the-art facility that we're gearing up toward and such, but we are just really ecstatic about it. Let's talk about this facility and actually, you know, kind of the structure and what this is all about.
Well, and I think one great place to start, a number of people are saying, why do we need a larger facility when we're going to the electronic age and so on? And I've been fascinated with that concept myself. But when we think about, well, certainly people my age, but in younger, how are we going to prepare people for the electronic library age? Where are they going to learn how to use all of these tools that are available to us now? They're going to learn at the library.
Sure.
And it's free at the library. That's what so many people don't realize.
Absolutely.
I was just amazed, and I'm sure you were, Marilyn, when we see the statistics that come through, particularly on Bedford County, a somewhat still rural county, but we had well over 100,000 people to use the library last year, to come through the doors of the library and use it. And that amazes me. And I know one place where I really plugged into it just a few weeks ago, my wife and I are trying to make a decision about an electronic reader. Do we want a Kindle? Do we want this? Do we want that? Well, amazing. The library is offering classes on which one does what, how do you acquire them, what's the best for you and to use. And then the other thing that I wasn't aware of until just about a month ago when we were discussing at the library board, that R.G. Cooper Library in Shelbyville is getting into the lending business for electronic readers. And I thought, wow,
there you go.
They're going to have everything that I need and want right at the public library. So that's the thing that we're really looking at for the future in the new library is not only space for existing books, because I have to admit, I'm still a little old-fashioned and I kind of like to hold a book.
And that's definitely what I want to talk about, the fact that those books are not going to become extinct.
Not going away.
They're going to be there. So,
But then the other side of that equation is we need space to offer all of these services for people to learn to use these various things. There's a new relatively new program through the state library system that I wasn't aware of called TEL, Tennessee Electronic Library. Databases. We just several years ago finally got rid of our Encyclopedia Britannicas that we had when our children were growing up. All of those databases are now available through the Tennessee Electronic Library service, and consequently local libraries don't have to keep large volumes of resource material. It's all available, and you can even access it from iPhones, iPads, whatever electronic device you have.
Lots of things out there.
But it's available through the local library.
People really don't realize the fact, Monty, that the fact that our library is so active. We have programs from A to Z when it comes to children, the elementary age. We have teens programs. We have senior programs. We have all kinds of things going on.
I know when I was approached about working with the library, and of course I have a son who's a writer now, and he did the writer's luncheon about a couple of years ago. But I said the reason I got involved was because of our two children and their experience with story time and those things 30, 40 years ago when they were growing up, that still is so active. We had over 5,000 children last year in the just the children's programs alone coming through the library. And I know the impact that it had on my children, and I now have a writer in the family, and that's just a part of where the seeds were planted. And it's so important for children to still be involved with books and reading. And the library is the place where they can do it, and it's free.
That's right, absolutely free. And of course, the Bookmobile is still very active.
Bookmobile is operating in Bedford County and can reach out to people who can't come into a central library and make it available, and who still choose not to use the electronic devices and so on. So the books are still there. Another thing we think about wireless networks and Wi-Fi, and you have to go to Starbucks or somewhere to use that. The library has it. We have a number of people who use the public library for wireless services with their own devices.
Exactly.
And come and use it.
Well, as we mentioned, we just need a lot of space. There are a lot of the computer users there, and we just don't have enough space for more computers and such. So, just one of the many reasons.
And I was amazed at the statistics on that with the number of people who come in and use the few computers that we have.
Yes.
Evidently, they are utilized almost 7 days a week at the library.
Exactly.
Which is great.
And I can imagine maybe a nightmare sometimes when some of the computers go down. You know, they'll have a mind of their own. So, you know, that alone is a big task to keep everything running and such.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've got I can't say enough about our staff at R.G. Cooper Library.
Wonderful.
They really have embraced the new technologies and things that are out there, but they're still embracing story time, teen time for the teenagers.
Yes, it doesn't go away.
We have a Hispanic population that comes in for story time and all the services that can be offered, and they've reached out to that element of the community.
Exactly.
The library is just, I sometimes say it's the best kept secret in Bedford County.
Absolutely. Pat is doing a wonderful job up there and such. And of course, the board, chairman of the board, of course, Fred Hunt, he was certainly complimentary on yesterday as speaking with him and talking about what a wonderful board that he does have. Lots of caring people, and we're just really getting together in a very good meeting each month.
Absolutely. And that has been, as I mentioned earlier, that's been a great learning process for me as well, even though I've used that library for more years than I care to say. But and then I've gotten very involved. I'm chairing the Friends Council this year.
Absolutely.
And that's just a group of dedicated people who give their time to help in whatever way they can help the library. And of course, the luncheon in October, the authors luncheon that we do in October is a big event in Bedford County. And then, as you know, Marilyn, we're going to know this month, I think, what the gala plans are.
That's right.
There's a committee working on that will be a major fundraiser for the new library facility. And of course, the Friends, all the money that we raise as well goes into the foundation. And that's the money raising arm of the library board, the R.G. Cooper Library Foundation. And it's set up as 501(c)(3) so that your contributions to the library are tax deductible.
Yes.
So it's just a great place to either donate time, donate money, whatever you can to keep a service like that alive in Bedford County.
Absolutely. Individuals that may want to actually make a donation, there are various means to do that.
There are various ways to do that. You can, we publish, as you know, a little newsletter from the library, and it's very informative. And on the back, there's the Friends section where you can donate, you can become a member, receive the publications in that way. Or the R.G. Cooper Library has a great website that explains all of these services and the various things that are going on weekly, daily, monthly, all of those things.
Wonderful.
And it's just acolibrary.com, and you can find that. And then the connections to the state network, just go to your search engine and type in Tennessee Electronic Library and it pops up, and whatever you need. It's easy to find, but the information is there of how you could donate to the foundation, become a member of the Friends, and whatever.
Very good.
Whatever
Very good.
you might like.
Very good, Monty. It has been a pleasure, just kind of talking with you and educating the communities on what's going on with the Shelbyville Bedford County Library. We are very proud of it, and it's coming.
Marilyn, thank you for making this possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. Monty Thomas, of course, board member for the Shelbyville Bedford County Library. There, it's a wonderful thing. It's happening. It's getting exciting because it's getting closer. I can feel it.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I believe it's going to happen.
There you go. It's another segment of Just Plain Living. Thank you so much for watching.
Serving you as a local firefighter. Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
How can toys like these lead to a 6-year-old's death and leave another child permanently brain damaged? Because they're not toys at all. A safety message from your local fire department and this station.
Oh, there's my cat. Should I put her away?
Lighten it up a little bit.
How's this?
Great. Good. There we go.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors, and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weekly, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back to Living. I'm Lauren Foster, and Peggy Burton is going to be so jealous when she sees this show because we've had so many great plays and performers on here today, and I'm going to talk with Olivia. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. Olivia is part of the cast of Carrie's War, and there was supposed to be a group of them, and she was the trooper that showed up, so you get the spotlight.
Well, Carrie's War is a play about children who are evacuated out of London into Wales during the bombings of World War II. And while that might not sound like a very exciting show, you have to understand these children are leaving their homes. They don't know if they're going to come back. They don't know if they're ever going to see their families again. And they're going to live with complete strangers who honestly expected them to be dirty little thieves and treated them as such.
So this is set sort of during the time of the Diary of Anne Frank?
Yes.
1940. Okay, and what part do you play?
I am Carrie. I am Carrie Willow, who she and her little brother Nick get sent from London to Wales, and they live with a man and his sister. And his sister is very sweet and kind, and the man, just to be honest, is a jerk. He's a big jerk, but he turns out to be a softie in the end. And they meet these fabulous characters like Mrs. Go-to-Bed, English name, of course.
Mrs. Go-to-Bed.
she always is wearing these fabulous ball gowns. And then there's Hepzibah Green, her housekeeper, who is a wise woman who makes the best mince pies. And then Jim Zidane actually plays the character of Mr. Johnny. And what makes his character so fascinating is that Mr. Johnny suffers from muscular dystrophy.
Oh, okay.
So that, and of course, it shows Carrie and Nick becoming friends with him, and Carrie casting away her fear of him throughout the show.
Okay. Now, muscular dystrophy is the one where your mind is fine, but your body just isn't working?
Exactly.
Okay. And that wasn't really that well known back in the 40s.
No, it wasn't. Because he lives so out of the way in Wales, he is fine. He doesn't get teased, he doesn't get into fights, but if he moved back to London, then he would probably have had to been locked up in an asylum, which is just terrible for these people. If you know anything about the asylums of the early 20th century, it's just quite sad if that had happened. But they also meet the bookworm Albert Sandwich, who is a fellow evacuee who lives with Mrs. Go-to-Bed, Mr. Johnny, and Hepzibah Green. And they live in this place called Druid's Grove, which is full of the old religion, white magic, and they're never quite sure if it's haunted or not. But it's quite fascinating.
And so Carrie and Nick enjoy themselves.
Oh yes, they really do. They have a great time. They make these friends, and
what age are they? What age is your character?
I'm playing a 14-year-old girl.
You did an excellent job. You look like a 14-year-old girl.
For an 18-year-old, but I'm under 5 feet tall, so it's not that hard.
Yeah.
And Nick is 10 years old, and Albert is supposed to be about 16. So, but the show dates, it opens this Thursday.
Now this is, let's give a little bit more background. This is Motlow.
This is Motlow.
Okay,
this is Motlow State Community College.
We got a little excited and leapt right into the play without giving any background.
Well, this is also the American premiere of Carrie's War. It has never been done in the United States before. Really?
How fascinating. Who's the director?
Jeannie Brown. She is a member of the theater department at Motlow State, and this is one of her favorite shows, and she was so excited to be able to actually do it at Motlow.
How neat that the American premiere of this play is going to be in little Lynchburg, Tennessee.
I know. We wrote the author to see, the author of the book, Nina Bodden, to see if she would like to come see it. And she wrote us back saying, well, where's the nearest town? Because I Googled Lynchburg and there's nothing. There's a distillery, but I don't think I can stay there. But
interesting. And we're about to be out of time, so let's talk about the show dates.
The show dates are April 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Oh, so that is coming right up.
Yes, it's this Thursday.
That's this week.
And the tickets are $10, and there's going to be a British tea before the show on April 12th, and I hope that everyone gets a chance to come and see it because it's going to be a wonderful show.
It really sounds like it's going to be delightful, and I'm going to do my best to see it.
Oh, thank you.
You're delightful, Olivia. Thank you so much for being with us. Much. All right, and we're going to be back in just a moment right after this on Living.
Look around, the changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Since 1915, Kiwanis International has touched millions of lives. When you help one child, you help the world. But one can make a difference.
That was a good interview. You're a delightful young lady.
Oh, thank you very much.
We had awesome people on the show today.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm so proud of our young women.
And the Motlow show is going to be great, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to be fascinating.
Carrie's War.
It's Carrie's War, United States premiere.
Yeah. Right. If you're watching this on Tuesday night, tell all your friends because it's this weekend. It'll be open. So.
Folks, we appreciate you watching us, and tune in next time. Whatever you do, remember, it's Charter Channel 6 is where you find out what you need to know. We'll see you next time.